Mountain View is Friday's study, last one of the week. These verses I'm about to read, there's a common theme throughout this week, but these verses that I'm about to read, I hope I get to preach on every one of these one day. I mean, this will be the 15th study we've done since all this started, but I'll tell you this. These are especially wonderful to me, and I hope they are to you. Psalm 27, verse 13. Listen to these verses. It says, I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I would have fainted, David said, if I hadn't believed I was going to see the goodness of the Lord on this side. See, a lot of us have this saying, or sayings like this, where we say this. We say, I can't wait to get to heaven when I understand all this, and the goodness of the Lord is going to be so good there, and it's been so bad here, and all that. Look, David, in his sense, he was running from someone he considered to be a father figure. You see, he was kind of brought up in the courts of Saul, King Saul, and he was a young teenager when he was playing harp, and he was writing music and such, and it was soothed Saul's heart. But Saul and his jealousy, and long story short, Saul and his jealousy begins to hunt out David at times, even to kill him, which is just awful, even to kill him to keep him from getting the throne. But here's what David did. David said these things. He said, I would have fainted. I would have absolutely fainted had I not known, if I didn't think I was going to see goodness, Lord, on this side. Not just that side. I would have fainted if I didn't think I was going to see the goodness of the Lord. You can believe that God is going to be good on this side of heaven. And you can believe the goodness of God is going to build up and strengthen you on this side of heaven. So here's the thing. My daughter, when she was, 14, 15, 16, maybe even 17, she went through some fainting spells, and we were really worried about that. I didn't know what was going on with that. And finally, we got to a doctor that told her, said, listen, this is pretty normal for your age group, teenage girls. Just the passing out and things like that. And I just couldn't understand how in the world that could be the case, that something like that could be normal. But that's exactly what they told us, and sure enough, she did grow out of it just like they said she would. She grew out of it. She didn't faint anymore. I've been in situations where, being outside in the heat, one time I tried to hydrate with caffeine, like that was going to work. I knew it wouldn't work, but I tried that. I mean, it was cold drink, so I kept drinking it and stuff, and it got hotter and hotter, and I almost fell out. This has only been a little over a year ago, folks, and I almost fell out. I mean, my goodness, this is crazy. But I'm going to tell you something. David said, look, if I didn't think that this side had some good stuff for me, I'd have fainted out. I wouldn't have been able to make it. I wouldn't have had the energy to make it. I wouldn't, God tells us, says, listen, come to me, you who are weak and heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. If I didn't know that was there, if I didn't know I could get that rest on this side, it would be awfully hard. So, right, you're going to get plenty of rest in heaven. But if I didn't know that I could go to the Lord with what was going on in my life and those things, then I just couldn't get through. I don't know how unbelievers get through. See, well, I got family and friends too, right? I don't have to believe in this Jesus. That's fine. But there's going to be a time when you're absolutely going to need. Even if it's the end of your life, you're going to need Jesus. But I'm not just looking forward to there. I'm looking forward to the goodness of God on this side of glory. And man, He's been so good to me. Every time I buy a meal or we cook a meal, I promise you this, I'm thankful. I've been to refrigerators. I've been to refrigerators with no food in them. And I'm telling you, folks, it's a whole lot better to walk there and open up that refrigerator and there be food right there. I thank Him for every morsel I eat, praise God. I thank Him for all that He does in me, through me, for me, around me, for others. I just thank Him, give Him glory right now. But David said, I would have fainted had it not been for all this stuff that we're going through in the midst of the battles that in our life, whatever they may be. Isn't it good to know? Isn't it good to know that God is there with you and not going to leave you in the midst of that? Isn't it good to know that He wants to do good to you on this side of glory? It doesn't have to be just there. He wants to do it now. What are you asking Him for? Are you coming boldly before the throne? What's the word say? You have not because you ask not. And for some of you have not because you ask amiss, meaning you ask for the wrong things at the wrong time and for the wrong reasons. But he wants to do good for you right now. He's not waiting to give you goodness and give you reward. He can give you some of that now. He can give you the goodness of his heart right now on this side. That blesses my heart. In the midst of the craziness that I can ask and I can receive from God, his goodness on this side. Don't we praise God? Shouldn't we give him glory for that? Shouldn't we be excited for that? Psalm 27:13, I would have fainted if I did not believe that he could show me some of that goodness in the land of the living, meaning on this side, in this side, he's going to show me good. Folks, I love you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.